Alright, so today we got some more new information about the upcoming summer update in NIKKE. We're gonna be checking out the list of things that's coming to the game very soon, but we will mainly be focusing on the two new characters because they actually gave us a brief explanation of what the character does. With that being said, if you like what you see and you enjoy my content, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and let's get on with the content. So first up, we have the new variant of Mary, which is Mary Bay Goddess. She is going to be a support NIKKE with excellent HP recovery and support skills. Her burst, Tranquil Waters, will increase her allies' survivability and strengthens Water Code allies' attack. So when it comes to her burst, this actually has the potential to be really good depending on the skill values. The survivability part is not really that important because it's probably just increased defense. But on the other hand, the attack increase can be really good depending on the skill value. And if you ask me, I would want the attack increase to be somewhere around 50%. It can be a little bit less and it should still be fine, but around the 50% mark should be really good. But regardless, this ability can be really good for characters like Dorothy, Privity, Brid, Vesti, and any of the other water type DPS. So overall, this burst ability is really good, it just really depends on the skill value. And moving on, when at full burst, she can restore all allies' HP with a certain amount of time, providing a huge boost to the team's attack and defense. So with this one, I'm not sure if all these effects come from the same ability, because if that was the case, that an ability can heal, increase attack, and increase defense all at the same time, then that's pretty broken in my opinion, because we don't have too many skills in the game that have more than 2 effects at the same time. So overall, Mary Bay Goddess is looking really good when it comes to her kit, and it's sort of like an improved version of Mary, because the current Mary right now, the regular version, she can already heal, she also increases defense, but this one can also increase attack. So depending on the skill values and also depending on the cooldowns for the abilities, it is very possible that this will be an upgrade to the current Mary that we have. And when it comes to the weapon type, this actually caught me by surprise, because for the longest time, based on the leaks, we actually expected her to be a shotgun user just like the regular Mary. But it turns out that she is going to be a sniper rifle user, which is a big deal. Because if you did not know already, sniper rifle users in NIKKE are actually really good batteries. So Mary Bay Goddess being a healer and just a general support, plus also being a sniper rifle user, makes her a really good support. So I can't wait to try her out because her kit is overall really promising. As for the rest of the information, she is from the Tetra line of units, which is expected because Mary is also from the same company. But when it comes to her burst type, we actually don't know it yet. But after I upload this video and we get some more information, I'll be sure to put it down in the pinned comment down below. For now, let's give it a day or two because they will eventually post the full kit for Bay Goddess Mary. And moving on to the next character, we have Neon Blue Ocean. Neon Blue Ocean possesses a unique burst called Full Hydro Shot. Her burst allows her to continuously launch powerful explosive bullets, attacking multiple enemies at a time. So what I get from this is that her burst is basically like Modernia's, or maybe something closer to Shifty. Because if you played this game during the April Fools event, then you would probably be familiar with how Shifty works. So you can think of it as like Modernia's burst ability, but instead of multiple bullets hitting multiple enemies at the same time, you're using one weapon that hits a single target, but because the bullets explode, it hits multiple targets. So I'm thinking that Neon's burst will also work very similar to that. And just like what I said when it comes to Mary, how good this burst is really depends on the skill values. So we just have to wait and see what those numbers are. With her skills, she can also increase her own code damage and deal additional damage to fire code enemies. So this basically means that she will be increasing her elemental damage, which is water, and on top of that, she will also be increasing her damage when she is up against enemies that have the fire code. So enemies like Nihilister and Blacksmith. Overall, this is really good, but I'm not quite sure if the code damage increase and additional damage to fire code enemies are in the same skill, or these are two separate skills. It's kind of hard to tell, but I wouldn't be surprised if these two are separate abilities. And of course, this Neon variant is going to be an attacker, and just like Mary Bay Goddess, we still don't know what her burst type is, but based on the skill description that they gave us, she will most likely be a burst type 3. And when it comes to the weapon type, unlike the regular Neon, the SR version, this one will actually be using a machine gun. So that's really nice because I like it more when they change up the weapon type for the variants, because the last time we got variants for characters, so when we got the variant for Rupee and N102, they basically got the same weapon type. So I think that them switching things up a bit is really good for the game. And lastly, for her manufacturer type, she is going to be from the Elysian line of units. So overall, these two characters are looking really good, and both of them actually have really good potential. The only thing that can make or break these two characters are the skill values. So fingers crossed, hopefully their values are actually good enough to the point where they're usable in your teams. Because these characters do look really good, but I wouldn't want them to end up being trophy characters, if you know what I mean. And for me, I'm actually really excited to test out Mary, because she's looking to be a really good support, especially for my favorite character, Privity. So yeah, those are the two characters that we're getting in this summer update. And moving on, we have a bunch of other content that's coming to the game as well. So first up, we have the skin for Pepper, which is actually going to be available in the Battle Pass. So in my last video, I predicted that this is going to be from a skin gacha, but thankfully, this is from a Battle Pass. So that is way better because you will be spending $20 instead of $60, worst case scenario in the gacha. And as expected, we are getting a new story event, which is all really good, but you can just pause the video if you want to read all of this, but the main part I want to focus on is this one. It says that 7 Nikkes and 1 man are trapped on the island. So that pretty much confirms that we are getting the skin for Litter and Yan. Because currently the only characters in the promotions are Mary, Neon, Rappy, Freema, and Pepper. And based on the leaks, the only other characters that have their own summer skins are Litter and Yan. So if you like those characters, definitely look forward to the skins that they're getting. And for the rest of the content we're getting, of course we have the story part 1 and 2, which is pretty much the same as the other events that we're getting. A challenge stage, which is pretty much your usual boss for the event. And we're also getting a minigame, Vault, which sounds like something that will be very similar to the event during the Laplace banner. Where if you guys played during that time, we had this event where you'd basically roll a dice and then your character is gonna jump around all over the place around the board thing. And then you're gonna get a bunch of rewards all throughout. So I guess that's nice because we're getting more rewards. And of course, we have your usual login events for 14 days, so we can get more recruit vouchers and upgrade materials for our characters. And for the next one, we have the full burst day event, which is the double drops event for the dailies. And then we're also getting a summer themed lobby background, which is really nice. I like collecting those. And then for the co-op events, we're actually getting 2. So for the first one, we're going up against Stormbringer, and if I remember correctly, we actually already fought against this boss in co-op. So I guess it's nice because we can still get more rewards, but this is not something that we haven't seen before. And for the next one, we're going up against Chatterbox. I don't exactly remember if we fought against this one before. And for the last few ones, we have the Union Raid, which is basically just a confirmation for the date when it's happening, but we don't really have a full-on detail on which bosses we're going up against. So maybe we'll just wait a few more weeks and then we'll get the actual list for the bosses in this one. And then of course you have the battle pass for the Pepper skin. And for the last one, we have optimizations and miscellaneous updates, which is pretty self-explanatory, and I will just leave a link in the description so you can take a look at it yourself. So overall, this summer event is pretty big, and I can't wait to try out the 2 new characters coming to the game very soon. For my next video, I will probably be taking a look at the skills for Mary or Neon, and then I'll share my thoughts on that. So for the meantime, I will just wait for those in the official announcements, and then I'll start working on the video. With that being said, I know that you're excited for this event, so let me know what you're excited for the most in the comments below. And as always, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.